Hey friends, welcome. So glad to have y'all here. We're starting out another handyman live video here. Let's see if I could get this video going. Welcome. How's it all going? How are you guys doing today? Let's see. Welcome everyone. Well, my name is Alan Lee with the Handyman Journey. I would absolutely love to know who you are and what brings you here today, and if you have a handyman business or not, like always. So introduce yourself. Let me know who you are. Let other people know who you are. And there is a little chat forum that you can leave me comments in, and I will definitely interact with you guys or try to interact with y'all today. So feel free to leave us a comment in there. We'd love to chat with y'all. Hey, we got Army Guns in the house. What's up, man? From Ohio. What part of Ohio are you in? We actually just bought a house in Ohio. So what part are you in? That'd be interesting to see. And so if you guys are new here, let me know what your name is, where you're from, and if you have a handyman business or not. I would absolutely love to hear it. Again, my name is Alan Lee with the Handyman Journey. Just got off work a little while ago and decided to do a live video. I am on here for a little bit over 30 minutes. So would love to answer any of you guys' questions that you got for me. And also just to hang out. I love hanging out with y'all. It's been a little while since we've been able to do these live videos. I used to do them every Wednesday. I actually want to start up doing them on a weekly basis again, every single Wednesday. So I would absolutely love to do that. Let's go to the comment section and see who y'all are, and let me know if you have a handyman business or not. I would love to hear it, or where you're at in your handyman journey. Really, what we're all about at the Handyman Journey is helping people get started in the handyman business or taking their handyman business to the next level. We are all about creating new systems and new platforms to help people grow their handyman business. That is what we're all about. We are the Handyman Journey. So we're all on different stages of the Handyman Journey. So excited to have y'all here. We offer training, we offer consulting, and we offer a lot of course material and book material as well, helping just the everyday handyman grow their handyman business. So I'm super excited to have you all here. Let's go over to the comment section. We got Army Guns here from Ohio. What's up? We got Marilyn Wong. What's up, Marilyn? Good to see ya. We got Raven says, howdy, are you losing jobs like us in Indiana? No, I have not been losing jobs. Actually, it seems like this last week we've been busier than ever, which is good. Well, not ever. Busier than we have this year, I guess. The beginning of this year was a little bit cloudy. There was definitely less calls than usual, but we've had plenty of work. We've never had a day where we haven't had anything to do. So, yeah, that sucks. Well, Raven, I'd love some explanation on that. Why are you losing jobs in Indiana? Do you think it's due to the coronavirus, or what are your thoughts on that? Army Guns says, Kevin from Cincinnati, Ohio. Do all custom handyman services. Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome, Kevin. Great to have you here. Yeah, like I said, we just bought. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we did. Kevin, you're right. We did chat in the basement in Missouri. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, that was almost a year ago, right? Yeah, we just bought a house. We bought a rental house outside of Cleveland, so that's exciting. We got Ricardo Sanchez. What's up, handyman? Good to see you, Ricardo. PC Crew, what's up from Gilroy, California? Glad to have you here, man. Glad to have you here. John H. John Handyman Remodeling, Rockford, Illinois. Hey, man. Rockford, Illinois in the house. Raven says, yes, he has a handyman business. Awesome. Ricky from Oklahoma. What's up, man? Great to have you here, Ricardo. We got Larry Robinson in the house. Hello, I want to start a handyman business. I am in Brimfield, Ohio. Where's Brimfield at? I've never heard of Brimfield, Ohio. Is that near Cleveland, or where at? Cleveland's like kind of the only place I know in Ohio. That's awesome, man. Yep. Let's see here. When are you moving to Ohio? We are not moving to Ohio. We're staying in California. A lot of people have been asking that because we just bought a house in Ohio. That house is strictly a business move. let's see. I hope you guys can see this all right. I hope the resolution's good. It's telling me that the resolution's crappy, but I don't really know how to fix that in the video, but while I'm recording. So forgive me. We're not moving to Ohio. We're staying here in California. That Ohio purchase was strictly a business move, strictly for passive income. That's all. But it's been quite the journey. We actually just closed on it last Wednesday, I think. Last Wednesday, but it's been a heck of a journey because we've been going back and forth with the city, but we finally got everything going, and the tenant, it's already got tenants in it. They're super nice, so we couldn't ask for more. It's pretty awesome. Let's see here. When are you moving to Ohio? Michael Huckabee says, I'm a handyman in Cannon City, Colorado. Nice. Marilyn Wong, do you still charge by the hour or do you charge by the job now? Great question, Marilyn. I haven't really updated that on my videos yet, but yeah, we charge by the job, pretty much. We still do some hourly jobs just if we have like a return client and we're looking for just a quick estimated job or kind of have questions on how to do that. So when we're training new people, it's a little bit easier to train them just to charge by the job by the hour, because it's a quick, simple thing, right? It's like, we don't know how quick you're going to be, like just go charge by the hour and get it done, right? But typically we charge by the job now. So, but it's all loosely based on our hourly rate. So it's very important to know your hourly rate. A lot of handymen out there I've talked to a lot, and they don't know their hourly rate. They don't know what it needs to be. I mean, they figured out kind of what they want to make per hour, but if you haven't figured out how much you need to make per hour, you might be losing money. I did this myself. I created a system to figure out how much my business needed to survive, how much an hour it needed to make. And when I figured that out, I was like blown away, because I'm like, wow, I've been undercharging this whole time. So very important to know what I call it my hourly need, to find out what your hourly need is and to make sure you're charging above that. There's a lot of things that go into play with that. Maybe you have personal expenses. So that's like what you personally need. So you need to find out what you personally need. Then you need to find out what your business needs. So like business overhead, payroll taxes, licensing, insurance, vehicle costs, advertising, things like that. And then you need to add your business expense and your personal expense, basically what you want to pay an employee, and add those together, and then add, say, 20% for unknown costs and then 20% for profit. And then you come up with an hourly rate. That it's very important to do. Very important to do. If you guys need any information on that, go on over to thehandymanjourney.com. We would definitely love to help you get set up on that. It's some great information. So let's see here. Army Gun says, I get so many calls for shutter repair because of HOA rules. But shutters are so much of a pain. Any experience? Yeah, I agree. Shutters suck. I don't really do much shutters, but we don't really have... Well, shutters around here are just decorative. I mean, we don't have any working shutters like they did in the old days or in certain parts of the country. So we don't really do much with shutters. And if they are, they're just like cheap plastic stuff just for decoration. So they're nothing major. Let's see. Oh, Larry Robinson near Kent. Awesome, man. Awesome. Jimmy Mack says, are you in your house or your truck? I am currently in my truck. because my daughter's gonna be going to bed here shortly, and this is my office basically. Like, I did all my estimates today. I did all virtual estimates today. So if you haven't watched, I made a Facebook Live video on the Handyman Journey Mastermind group on Facebook, and if you haven't watched that video yet, go check it out. I talk about how I did my estimates today and basically what I'm changing in regards to this coronavirus thing. It's a very interesting topic. Not out of fear. I mean, I'm not afraid at all, but out of respect, really, because a lot of people are freaking out. And the worst thing that we can do as business owners is look our clients in the face and say, dude, you're freaking out. Like, you're being an idiot, right? I think it's our responsibility to not what do you call it? Not encourage that behavior, but understand that some people have it, right? Some people are freaked out. So what I did today is I called all my people and I said, hey, today I'm doing virtual estimates. So if you could send me pictures and some information, I would love to give you an estimate if possible. And if I need to see it in person, I will definitely come out at the appointed time to take a look at your house at the projects. And it actually worked out awesome. Everyone was really, really happy that I did that. It made things so much smoother. I finished all my estimates, so all the way up to 5 p.m. I finished them by 1:30 in the afternoon, and I sold the majority of my estimates. Like, it was pretty freaking awesome because I implemented like Google Earth, Google Maps, like to actually see homes and do measurements. Like, I sold some gutter guards today, so I measured the guy's gutters around his house on Google Earth. It's awesome doing stuff like that. And I talk about in that Facebook Live video that in this time where people are going to mandatorily say they can't go to work, right? So they're going to be working from home. So a lot of CEOs are going to find out who's needed and who's not, right? Where's the fat in your business? So I decided to kind of figure that out for myself because it's always important to find out where the fat is in your business. And that is basically things that you do that you don't necessarily need to do, but they cost you money. Or sometimes you feel like you need to do them because like I always felt like I have to go meet with the clients face to face to do an estimate because it's my, whatever you want to call it, my charisma that sells the jobs, which is bullcrap, right? There is a lot of charisma that goes into selling jobs, but you can definitely be a good salesman without them seeing you. And so today I spent 3 hours in the McDonald's parking lot on my hotspot on the computer here and talking to customers, writing up estimates, and I sold a crap load of work today. It was really a good day's work. It was really cool doing the virtual estimate, but let's get back to these comments here. Sorry. So I'm in my truck right now. So this was my office today. This is my office. So we got Bud's TV at the Texas Gulf Coast. Awesome, man. Awesome. If you guys have any more questions for me regarding handyman business, marketing, pricing, we got a really cool marketing tool coming out. I'm really excited for that. But if you guys got any questions at all, feel free to chime them in the comments. I'll definitely answer them as we go on. But I want to kind of get to people's comments here just to say hi and what's up. So Army Gun says, I got a free jet ski with a trailer. Nice. Scrapped the jet ski and made a nice utility trailer for cheap. Wired it today. Very happy with it. Trailers are money makers. Hey, that's true, man. Trailers are so nice to have to throw crap in all the time. I mean, that's one reason why I have a truck rather than a service van, because I love having the bed for just junk, right? I can at any time I can haul something away for a client and charge the money for it. Like, it's like having a trailer on me all the time, right? If you have a service van, you just got to throw it in there, and then you kind of got to walk around it to get to your tools. But that's another topic. Raven says, where we live in Indiana, people out of state have their second home on a big lake. So their second home is low priority right now with everything going on. Yeah, it's crazy that people have a second home, man. Like, wow, that's insane. We live in a travel trailer right now, and the only home we own, we don't live in. It's a rental house. So it's interesting that people have a second home, and I bet they have a mortgage on both, and they're probably loaded with debt. That's crazy. Very interesting thought. I've been really interested in debt lately and stuff like that. So, sorry, I kind of ramble. John H. question here. What do you think about doing work for rental property management companies? Yeah, it's a very interesting question. I have worked for a lot of property management companies throughout my years, and to be honest, I haven't found any of them that I really like. That's why when I interviewed quite a few property managers for my rental house that we just bought in Ohio, and my biggest thing was I wanted them to understand that if my house, if they wouldn't feel comfortable moving their family into that house, then we have a problem, because a lot of property managers that I've dealt with personally around the Sacramento area have really just been people who are like, just get it done. I don't care what it looks like, because they're making money off the homeowner and they don't care about the house, right? They don't care at all about the house. So it's very hard for me personally. You can make a lot of money working for property managers, but for me personally and my integrity and my morals, the way that I run a business, I cannot do the work that the property managers ask me to do, because there's this one that is for sure that I turned down, and that was the last time I ever worked for that property management company. They called me out, and I had done a few jobs for them prior on other homes, but this one, someone had a leaking roof into their garage. So their garage was all stained, and I had asked them, I said, hey, have you had the roof repaired, right? Because and they wanted me to patch the drywall, basically cut the drywall out, put new drywall in. And I said, oh, I could do that as long as you had the roof repaired, right? And they said, oh yeah, we had it repaired. And then, so I go ahead and I patch the drywall, and sure enough, the next year, they call me back and they say the drywall is all jacked up again because obviously the roof was not fixed. And I'm like, well, what the heck, man? That sucks. So I went up there and they hired some shoddy guy who just squirted a whole crap load of silicone everywhere. Didn't even know what he was doing. And it was just, and at the end of the day, I'm like, I need to fix this roof because it's still leaking. And they're like, no, just fix the drywall because we just want the tenant to be quiet for another year. Basically, that was their goal. And I'm like, I can't do that. Like, I cannot just take someone's money. Like, this is somebody who owns the house who's probably out of state, and you're just raking them over the coals. Like, they don't even know what's going on. So it's very hard finding a good property manager, but once you do, I would stick with them because they're going to make you a lot of money if you find a good one. So I hope that answered your question. John, great question, John. Noel Hopkins says, sup, dude? What's up? He's in Colorado Springs. Great to see you, Noel. Great to have you. Pete the Handyman. Hey, it's not 1 a.m. Yeah, I know. I got a little early. I got an early start on this live here. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Let's see here. So, Pete, glad to have you here, man. Raven says, how do you handle when people constantly complain about money while you are working on the job? Well, I've never really had anyone do that. I think one important thing about estimating jobs and having the right client is vetting your customers and making sure that who you have as a customer is someone that you actually want to work for. There's a lot of people out there that want your work, that want you to do work for them, but at the end of the day, they may not be your ideal client. So if there's people out there that are complaining about money, then I would say that's probably not your ideal client, at least for me. I want people who are willing to pay. These are my ideal clients. And I talk a lot about this in my upcoming Handyman Marketing Handbook that's coming out here shortly, is talking about my ideal clients and how I found them and how I continue to find them and how I market to them specifically. I want a client that is willing to pay, that has money to pay, right? And expects great work and is also very cordial while you're doing things and understands that there may be discrepancies or changes down the road, So that's kind of my ideal client. So I would encourage you, Raven, like to pinpoint who your ideal client is, what they look like, and where they live, right? You could even create, like, they call them like boards of, like, my ideal client is elderly people that are 65 or older that live in this specific region, right? And they have done, maybe they all had jobs when they were in the working field, and they were making 60 grand or more. Like, there's all kinds of, the more specific you get, the closer you will get to success. I mean, that's what's very important. So, there's a lot of different things about that, and kind of got off topic there, but Larry Robinson is 1 hour from Cleveland. Awesome, man. Awesome. Buds TV says, still rebuilding from Harvey here. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, Hurricane Harvey. That was quite the deal. God is one. His name is Jesus says, hi from Trinidad, West Indies. What's up, man? That's awesome. Great to have you here. Noel Hopkins says, looking to set up shop in California, moving from Colorado. What part of California are you moving to, Noel? That's great stuff, man. When you, Handy Stars. What's up, Handy Stars? Good to see you, man. When you bid jobs, do you mark up for wiggle room for clients? So like if they talk you down? I don't really do that. I don't mark up for wiggle room, like to so they could talk me down at all, but I do kind of the opposite in a sense. So I submit everything on one estimate, itemized, and then if people only want to do certain parts of the estimate, so say they only want to do like 2 items out of the 8 items that were on the original estimate, I have a disclaimer at the bottom that says, we do have a minimum rate, so I don't list what that is, but basically I say like this estimate was provided with all jobs with an idea of performing all jobs. So if you want to pick and choose jobs, like it's worded differently, but I don't quite remember how it's worded. If you pick and choose jobs, then the price of those jobs will differ or will change a little bit, will adjust to meet our minimum requirements. So, yeah, but I don't really have wiggle room for people to talk me down. People have never really wanted to talk me down. So again, that kind of goes back to your ideal client and making sure you have those, I think. Army Gun says, be safe, brother. Keep up the positive attitude. The world needs us. For sure. Yeah, there's a lot of scary stuff going on right now. So Larry Robinson says, I did a lot of maintenance in a nursing home and nuclear plant and other places like restaurants and did pool repair and spa repairs. Nice. Noel Hopkins says, my truck is full of debris from a demoed shed. Nice. It's always fun. It's always fun when your truck is full, but one time I had my truck full and I still had my ladder back there and it was like hanging precariously off the side and it got stolen that night because it was like up on top of all the debris, just prime real estate for someone to steal. That was probably like a year ago. So yeah, I guess that'd be one thing to watch out for. Don't put your ladder on top of your crap. Demo, yes. Noel Hopkins says, property management companies are paying my bills right now. You can definitely make a lot of money off property management companies. I do the job to standard, but charge them accordingly. That's awesome, man. Michael Huckabee says, I don't like it that they want too much cheap work done, and I just don't want my name on that. I agree, man. I agree, Michael. Speedy Stiltner says, hello from Jacksonville, Florida. What's up, Jacksonville? Good to have you here. John H. says, Huckabee, I'm starting to see a few rental companies are like that. Let's see here. Handy Star says, I work for a range of clients myself, so it varies what you put where. Yep. What's up, Real Tools Garcia? Yo. What's up, man? Will Bradley says, the more specific you get, the less business you will get. Well, that's true, Will. I agree that the more specific you get, the less broad business you will get. But I think the more fine-tuned business you will get. I think that once you tone in your skills and basically put out there what you're looking for, and you don't really have any wiggle room on that, I think you will start getting more of those jobs and you'll start getting more of those clients. I think there is a time where you can't be picky, and that's especially when you first start out. When you first start out, you got to take what you can get, until you're a few years into this game, you can't be picky. You need to take what you can get. And then down the road, then you can start fine-tuning things and fine-tuning what you want to see and where, things like that. But I would agree, Will, the more specific you get, the less overall business that you will get. I would agree with that. But I think it's all in its own, you got to make sure you have a balance of everything. Match basically your pickiness with how long you've been in business, how many return clients you have, and how well your marketing is. I think that's important as well. Let's see. Oh, Michael says, that's all rental companies in my area, John H. Handstar says, sorta how I write my estimates up. Also, thanks for the answer. Hey, you're welcome, man. Buds TV says, okay, good gig. Take care, peoples. We'll see you, man. Thanks a lot. The Breeze. Marilyn Wong says, since you price by the job, how often do you unwittingly underprice a job? It does happen. I'm not going to lie to you. there are jobs where you lose money on, but over the years we've learned how to mitigate that, right? And one huge aspect for that is to mark up materials, and then also mark up your labor accordingly to what you feel the complexity of the job is. Like, there's a job I sold today that I could tell you right now, it's probably going to take us a half hour longer than what I sold it for. And I knew that right after I sold it. I'm like, come on, are you serious? But it's like, there's always those things, because when you're estimating or pricing or selling jobs, there's always that balance of what's the job worth, how much can you pay for the job, and then what you need for the job, right? So you need to sometimes those are like this, right? Like what the job is worth and what people will pay for it is here, just because it's the type of job, and what you need for the job is up here, and you need to kind of meet those somewhere in the middle. And sometimes during the estimate, right? Sometimes you win a little bit and this meets you a little bit higher, and sometimes they win a little bit and you just have to meet them lower. And that's all a psychological thing, right? I sold the job. I gave them the price. So at the end of the day, I could have given them the price of what we needed, and they might have declined the job, or they might have accepted the job, right? But at the end of the day, that was my fault. I was the one who estimated it incorrectly. And that does happen. That's a great question. There are times that you sell jobs that aren't profitable. Sometimes that happens. But yeah. So is there anything you guys want to talk about specifically? Do you guys want to talk about the coronavirus and how that is affecting businesses? You want to talk about pricing handyman jobs? You want to talk about estimating handyman jobs? You want to talk about starting up side gigs? You want to talk about rental properties? I would love to answer any questions you guys got, even, as far as like my life and what I'm doing. I mean, I know a lot of you already know that we sold our house in November. We are currently living in a travel trailer at an RV park, and we just bought a rental house in Ohio. So a lot of huge changes, and it's quite interesting buying a house right when all this world is blowing up with this coronavirus thing, right? So it's kind of interesting. But if you guys have any questions at all, I would absolutely love to answer them because it's kind of an interesting gig. We're trying to set ourselves up for the future, and that requires some sacrifice right now. But at the end of the day, I think it will pan out. At least I think, right? That's all investing is. It's all speculation, right? We don't actually know what's going to be happening, or things like that. But it is a very a very interesting thing that we're going through. So, let's see here. No, that ain't working. Yeah, it's saying my resolution is bad. Is my resolution bad, guys? Let's see. What's that? No? Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure something out here. Okay, let's see here. Speedy Stiltner. I have the hardest time with your last name. Stiltner. Say that 3 times fast. That's a hard one. Stiltner. Stiltner. People hate painting and it pays good. $1.50 a square foot. Yeah, man, I would agree. Painting does pay really well. A lot of people hate it. I don't really like it. We don't really take painting jobs on just because we aren't set up for that. But there's a lot of money in that. So, hey, thanks. I appreciate that, Michael, that the quality's looking okay, I guess. Because it looks good on my end, but I guess I can't really see what you guys are seeing. So, Marilyn Wong says, when a potential or repeat client calls, what kind of jobs do you turn down or not do? So from potential clients. Okay, so what kind of jobs we do and do not do? We have a whole list of, like, I've created. So my business is all based around systems. And so we've created a system about jobs that we do and we do not do. One of my estimates just got accepted. That's pretty cool. Let's see. I noticed the upstairs door replacement we talked about wasn't on there. Sorry, guys. So one of my systems is basically a list of things that we do and do not do, and these are things that our secretary knows about. So when people call for these items, so like one of those is painting, right? We do minor painting, so we'll do like we'll do painting on like drywall repairs that we do or that we patch, but we won't necessarily paint rooms or things like that. So there's a lot of things that we don't do. Oh, yep, cool. One of my estimates just got accepted today. That's exciting. So that means my acceptance rate for my estimate, for my virtual estimates day, my first virtual estimates day was pretty dang good. So that's exciting. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that we don't do, and those are on purpose because those just aren't our ideal jobs. We are set up more for the small maintenance style jobs. So trying to think of things that we don't do. Obviously and then in California, right, a handyman can only legally do up to $500 per project. So we don't paint rooms, we don't do bathroom remodels, we don't do kitchen remodels, we don't put cabinets in, we don't lay, I just blanked here. We don't lay flooring. We don't put on countertops. So stuff like that, I guess, if that makes sense. But it all varies what your job is, or where you're at, and what your business wants to do, and what your business is set up to do. So if we wanted to be, we could be set up for some of those projects that we currently don't do, but we just don't do that. Not maybe because it's not profitable. Some that maybe it's just not in the best interest of our technicians right now. Different things like that. Maybe we don't have the right tools for it. There's just certain things that are more profitable to certain businesses. So it's important to find that out for yourself of what yours is. Let's see. Michael Huckabee says, what is your general skill set? My general skill set, I would say, I don't know. I just love tinkering. So I've always been someone who's been very interested in how things work. And I've always been under the thought of if you can find out how something's supposed to work, then you can take it apart and fix it. So I pretty much do everything. Like I've had clients ask me to do some weird stuff. Like for instance, yesterday I installed a beehive. I installed an indoor beehive. So it's like a see-through beehive, and then there's a pipe that goes out of the wall so the bees can come and go through the bottom and stuff. I made a whole vlog on it. So there's going to be a vlog on it probably here in about 2 weeks. 2, maybe 3 weeks. Pretty excited about that. But at the end of the day, it was an easy job, right? But if someone called and said, hey, can you install a beehive? It'd be like, how do you do that? But at the end of the day, it's drilling through a wall, putting a pipe in, and then hanging the bracket and putting the thing up there. So at the end of the day, it's nothing major. The biggest problem with it was an 8-inch thick concrete wall. So that was pretty crazy. Drilling through an 8-inch thick concrete wall, pure concrete. That I went through 2 pieces of rebar, 1/2-inch thick piece of rebar that I had to cut through in a 2-inch hole. It was crazy. So general skill set, I don't know. Generally everything. I don't really know. I don't know how to answer that, but that's a great question. Larry Robinson says, how often do you come to Ohio? Well, we've only been there once. We were there last summer. So I'm assuming going forward, we'll probably be there maybe once a year. At minimum, I would assume. I think we might go back there this summer. We don't really know. I mean, there's nothing. We have really good friends there. That's why we're investing there. But yeah, not very often. Not very often. But when we do, we should definitely get together because you're pretty close. So Michael Huckabee, looks good. Thanks. I appreciate that the resolution's looking good. So that's great. Speedy Stiltner says, handy people are good at appliance repair. Study and add to your marketing. Also locksmith. I can also pick locks for property managements that have no keys. That's true. Locksmith is huge. It's actually not that hard to rekey locks and stuff like that. It's just kind of a different skill set that if you learn, it can make you a whole lot of money. It's kind of cool. So great input. I appreciate that. I have to get going here shortly. Yeah, I got to get going here actually in like 2 minutes. So let me quick finish up here. We got Brandon. What's up, Brandon? Says, hey, Alan, thanks for your YouTube channel and all of your online advice. I've been following you for a few months now. Keep up the great work. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I always appreciate hearing from people that appreciate me because I try and do things that help people. That's really my full goal. So I really appreciate that. I think that's great. So Robert says, how do you market your skills set to rental property management? So it's, that is a very kind of a niche thing, but you need to be where property managers will find you. And that's the biggest thing, is find out where they look for work in your area and get on their scopes. A lot of things, you could get plugged in with realtors or even meet property managers at certain things, like big things are like Chamber of Commerce meetings. Like, that's a great way to meet other business owners that might get you plugged into that kind of realm. Mike Harris says, what licenses do you have? I currently have just a general and a special business license through the city. And that's the only licensing that you need to operate as a handyman in California. I will eventually be going for my contractor's license here probably in about a year. Appliances are terrible these days. Marilyn says, peace out, suckers. I wanted to highlight one thing that's coming out soon, is this Handyman Marketing Handbook. I talked about this last week, and this thing, I've been working on this for a little while, and it's going to be awesome. This has really been a labor of love. A lot of great info in this. This is coming out. It's going to come out as a hardback. Well, I'm thinking to come out as a paperback book, and then also a ebook that you can order through Amazon. But I'm very excited about this. It's going to be really cool because it's the Handyman Marketing Handbook. So it's everything I've ever done with marketing, my wins and my losses. It's gonna tell you guys all about the things that I've screwed up on in marketing, which have been a few things, and the things that I've done really well in marketing, and how I currently market, how I advertise. It's going to go through, setting up Facebook ads. It's going to go through setting up Yelp ads, Google ads. It's going to talk about my experiences with those. It's going to talk about my experiences with all kinds of advertising platforms and kind of why I like them and why I don't like them and how much I'm paying for them. I'm going to break down exactly how much I'm paying for marketing. So I'm really excited about it. I'm going to be launching that hopefully here in probably a month. But I'm excited for that. Larry, yeah, it'd be great to get together with you, Larry. Send me an email. If you guys have any more questions at all or want to chat privately, send me an email at handymanjourney@gmail.com. That's handymanjourney@gmail.com. All one word. I'd love to chat with you. Michael Huckabee says, I enjoy your channel. It inspires me to keep going, so thank you. Yeah, keep on keeping on, brother. Let's see. Justin says, I was driving home this evening and thinking to myself, I haven't seen the Handyman Journey video lately. I wonder if I missed one. And here you are. Thank you for your informative video. Thanks, man. I've been working on a really good video. I haven't gotten it out yet because we've had a lot going on. And with this coronavirus thing, it's been busy. So, and buying a rental and all that. So, I'm hoping a new vlog comes out tomorrow or Thursday. I'm hoping. We'll see how far I get on editing tonight. I have it all edited. Oh, look at that. Someone just paid their invoice, so that's pretty cool. I love the Market app. It's great. It tells me when people, it tells me when people pay. It tells me when people accept. It tells me when people leave reviews. It's awesome. So hopefully a new vlog will come out tomorrow or Thursday. I'm excited for that because it's going to be a good one. Working with Frank. So I appreciate y'all. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. I got to run, help my wife get my daughter down to bed. But I will see you all on the next video. I'm planning on doing these Wednesday night live, or I guess it's Tuesday. So it'll either be Tuesday or Wednesday. I like Wednesday better. So I might do Wednesday night lives again every week. Probably 6 or 7. I'm not going to nail down the time yet because I need to talk with my wife because things are different now because I got a kid now, right? So trying to be helpful to her is the biggest thing. So I appreciate y'all. I hope you guys have a fantastic night. Thank you all so much for tuning in. You guys have been awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you and your input that you've done here. If you guys want any more information about the Handyman Journey, go over to www.handymanjourney.com. That's handymanjourney.com. Whole bunch of courses, online material, and then join the community at the Handyman Journey Facebook Mastermind Group. Handyman Journey Mastermind Group on Facebook. We'd love to have you here. But thank you all so much for tuning in. Godspeed, y'all. We'll see you all in the next video. You guys have a great night. I got to get rolling. Bye, guys.